Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving number of substrings containing all three characters. So we are given a string S consisting of only characters A, B, and C, and we want to return the number of substrings that can contain at least one occurrence of all the characters of A, B, and C. So if we look at these examples, example 3 can only form one substring because of A, B, C. Example 2, we could have 3 A's with CB, 2 A's with CB, or 1 A with CB. In example 1, we had 10 substrings, which are listed right here. So now that we have seen some examples, let's go over how we can solve this problem. So one way that we can solve this problem is we can use the sliding windows approach. So what we will do is we will start both pointers at 0 and 0, and as we shift the right pointer, we will also update the ABC array accordingly. So the first index will stand for the number of A. At index 1, the second index, it will stand for number of B's. And lastly, at the last index or index 2, it will stand for the number of C's. So as long as all three of this has a value of 1 or higher, then we can update the result. And how we can update the result is, so for example, right here, we will add 4 because we will add by the length of the array minus the right pointer. So it would be 6 minus 2, which we will add 4. And the reason for that is because we found one instance that works. So we can also imply that this would work, this would be a substring, and this would be a substring. So that's why we add by 4, and we get that by subtracting the length of the string by the right pointer. And once we have find a valid substring, we want to shift the left pointer over. And if we can form up substrings with the left pointer shifted, then we will add continually to the result. If not, then we can move the right pointer and continue the algorithm. So now that we know the algorithm, let's go over this example. So first at index 0, we see that the right pointer has an A, so we update the ABC array. After shifting the right pointer, we see a B, so add 1 to the B in ABC and shift the right pointer again. Now we shift the right pointer again and we see that it can form a valid substring. So we add 6 minus 2, which is 4. So we add 4 to result. And now we shift the left pointer, but that's an invalid substring. So then we shift the right pointer over again. After shifting the pointers again, we do have a valid substring. So we add the length minus 3, which is 3. So 4 plus 3 is now 7. Shifting the left pointer wouldn't form a valid substring, so we shift the right pointer also. So we add the length minus 4, which is 2. So now the result is 9, and we can shift the pointers again. And finally, we find our last instance of substring at the end. So we will add by the length minus 5, which would be 1. So we add 1 to result. So now we will shift the left pointers and update ABC. And as we see, this is invalid. So we would shift the right pointer, but we have come to the end. So our result is 10. So the time complexity would be O of n, where n is the number of characters in the string, because that is the number of characters that we will iterate through. And the space complexity would be O of 1, because we are not using any extra space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we'll set the left pointer to 0. We'll set the result to 0. And we'll set the starting ABC array to 0 times 3, because all three indexes will be 0. And the right pointer, we will use a for loop for right in range length of s. Now we need to add the letter on the right pointer by 1. So whatever's on the right pointer, we add it by 1. And if it happens that all three characters have at least one instance, then we need to update the result. And as we update the result, we also shift the left pointer. And if it's valid, then we can update result again and continue shifting the left pointer until there is no valid substring. Then we will shift the right pointer and continue the algorithm. So ABC order of s dot left minus the order of A minus 1. And then shift the left pointer. And then we can return result. See if it works. Okay, perfect. Thank you all for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you guys have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I hope to see you all again soon.